welcome. This question is concerned about fractions and decimal numbers. In the Yös exam and other exams, all questions can be answered in an easy and fast way. So no need to make things complex. First of all, we should separate the point or the decimal from the numbers. How to do that? First, if you have, for example, 3.2, we can write it in the form 32 without the point or the decimal, and counting the numbers after the point. We have only one number, which is 2, and multiply it by 10 to the power minus 1. Or we can divide it by 10 to the power 1. So let's start with this. 5.7 is 57 times 10 to the power minus 1 over 0.19 is basically 19 times 10 to the power minus 2. Minus 2 because we have two numbers after the point or the decimal. Minus 0.51 is 51 times 10 to the power minus 2. And 0.17 is 17 times 10 to the power minus 2. Over 1.4 is 14 times 10 to the power minus 1, and 0.56 is 56 times 10 to the power minus 2. Here we have one number after the point, so minus 1, and here we have two numbers after the point, so it is minus 2. Next step is calculating only the tenth. So basically 57 over 19 10 to the power minus 1 minus 2, because we consider this rule a power m over a power n is a power m minus n. A power m minus n. So basically it is 10 to the power minus 1 plus 2, because minus 2 is plus 2. Same goes for there. Notice that, a simple note, if we have the same value, the same number and the same power, just cancel it easily, because subtracting the same number gives the same result. And here we have the same thing as above, 10 to the power minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 2 over 56. Okay, now we can do the common denominator thing, but it would take a long time. So this is not the easiest way. We're going to determine an easier way, which is, if we divide 57 over 19, it would give a simple answer. But how we're going to do that? 57 can be divided by 3. If you have watched the video about prime factorization, you would remember that 57 can be divided by 3, since the sum of 57, or 5 plus 7, is 12, so it's divided by 3. So dividing 57 by 3 would give 57 by 3. 5 has 1 3, and the remaining is 2, because subtracting a 3 from 5 would have 2 as a remainder. 27 has 9 2's. So basically 57 is 3 times 9. So we're gonna substitute 57 with 3 times 19. Okay, and we're gonna do this times 10 to the power 1, because minus 1 plus 2 is 1. So no fraction no more. Minus. If you do the same thing, no fraction, because we have over 19, and 19 is cancelled by 19. And if we do the same thing with 51, we determine that 51 is 3 times 17 over 17, and no fraction 2, because 17 cancels 17. If we do the same thing here, 56 is 4 times 14, or 2 times 2 times 14, so 14 cancels 14, times 10 to the power 1, because minus 1 plus 2 is 1. Now let's do the calculation. 3 times 10 is basically 30, minus 3 over, now pay attention here, we have 10 over 4, 10 over 4. 30 minus 3 is 27 over 10 over 4. This is the main fraction. So basically we have 27 over 1. So 27 times 4 over 1 times 10. So basically 27 times 4 over 10. We can determine the answer directly here, but we can simplify more. We know that 4 is 2 times 2 and 10 is 5 times 2. So basically 2 times 2 and 5 times 2, 2 cancels with another 2. And now there's a simpler method for calculation. For the calculation part, first of all we should start with the multiplication, then with the division. For multiplication we're gonna start from right to left, and for division from left to right. First of all, let's start with the multiplication. 27 times 2 is 2 times 7 is basically 14. So we write the 4 here and 1 in our mind. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, it is 54. So the new answer is 54 over 5. Now we're gonna start in the opposite way, from the left. First of all, 5 has 1 5. Dividing 54 with 5, we're gonna determine how many 5s this number has. This number has how many 5s? First of all, the 5 has 1 5, of course, 1. And the 4 doesn't have 5s because 4 is less than 5. So basically we add a 0 and a point. Why 0? Because it doesn't have, and the point to add an imaginary 0 here. So it becomes 40. 40 divided by 5 is basically 8 according to multiplication table. So the final answer is 10.8.